This video is part of the adult education series on reading in social studies. It covers distinguishing between fact and opinion through the lens of modern government. Pay close attention, take some notes, and be prepared to answer some questions.
Understanding the difference between fact and opinion is a fundamental skill for reading and analyzing informational texts, especially in subjects like history, science, and current events. Being able to distinguish between what is objectively true and what is someone's personal belief or interpretation helps readers evaluate the reliability of a source, form their own judgments, and avoid being misled by biased or inaccurate information. A fact is a statement that can be proven true or false through evidence, observation, or reliable sources. Facts are objective. They do not change based on personal feelings or beliefs. For example, the statement, "The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776, is a fact. This can be verified by historical documents and records. Facts are the building blocks of knowledge, and they provide the foundation for understanding the world around us. An opinion, on the other hand, is a statement that reflects someone's beliefs, feelings, or thoughts. Opinions are subjective. They are influenced by personal experiences, values, and perspectives. For example, the statement, "The Declaration of Independence is the most important document in American history," is an opinion. While many people may agree with this statement, it cannot be proven true or false in the same way as a fact. Opinions often use words that express judgment, such as best, worst, should, believe, or think. In historical texts, authors often present a mixture of facts and opinions. It is important for readers to be able to tell the difference, especially when evaluating the credibility of a source or forming their own interpretations of historical events. Here are some strategies for distinguishing between fact and opinion in a historical passage. Look for verifiable evidence. Facts are supported by evidence such as dates, statistics, primary source documents, or direct observations. If a statement can be checked against reliable sources and proven true or false, it is likely a fact. For example, Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860 is a fact because it can be confirmed by historical records. Identify subjective language. Opinions often include words that indicate judgment or personal belief. Phrases like "I believe," "in my opinion," "it seems," or "should" signal that the author is expressing a viewpoint rather than stating a fact. For example, "Lincoln was the greatest president in American history" is an opinion as it reflects a personal judgment. Check for generalizations. Opinions may make broad generalizations that cannot be proven for all cases. For example, "All colonists supported the American Revolution" is an opinion because historical evidence shows that not all colonists agreed with the revolution. Ask if the statement can be disputed. If reasonable people could disagree about a statement, it is likely an opinion. Facts, on the other hand, are not open to reasonable dispute if they are supported by solid evidence. Consider the source. In historical writing, authors may have biases based on their background, time period, or purpose for writing. Recognizing the author's perspective can help you identify when they are presenting opinions rather than objective facts. Let's look at an example passage from a historical text. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century, transformed economies and societies across Europe and North America. Many people believe that this period brought about great progress, but others argue that it led to widespread suffering among the working class. In this passage, the statement, "The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century, transformed economies and societies across Europe and North America," is a fact. It can be supported by historical evidence and is widely accepted by historians. The phrases, "Many people believe that this period brought about great progress," and others argue that it led to widespread suffering among the working class, are opinions. They reflect different interpretations and judgments about the effects of the Industrial Revolution. Being able to distinguish between fact and opinion is especially important when reading about controversial or complex historical events. Authors may present their own interpretations as if they are facts, or they may selectively use evidence to support their opinions. As a critical reader, you should always ask yourself, is this statement something that can be proven, or is it expressing a belief or interpretation? In summary, facts are statements that can be proven true or false through evidence, while opinions are personal beliefs or judgments that cannot be objectively verified. In historical texts, recognizing the difference between fact and opinion allows you to better understand the author's perspective, evaluate the reliability of the information, and form your own informed conclusions. By practicing these skills, you become a more thoughtful and discerning reader, capable of navigating the complex world of historical analysis.
Let's check for understanding. Carefully read the following questions, pause the video, determine the best answer for each, and then restart the video to check your answer.
Which statement about opinions is accurate? A. Opinions are always specific and detailed. B. Opinions are never influenced by the author's background. C. Opinions may make broad generalizations that cannot be proven for all cases. D. Opinions can always be verified by evidence. The correct response is C. Opinions may make broad generalizations that cannot be proven for all cases. Which of the following helps you determine if a statement is an opinion? A. If reasonable people could disagree about a statement, it is likely an opinion. B. If a statement is supported by evidence, it is likely an opinion. C. If a statement is widely accepted, it is always a fact. D. If a statement is written by a historian, it is always a fact. The correct response is A. If reasonable people could disagree about a statement, it is likely an opinion. How does considering the source help distinguish between fact and opinion? A. Recognizing the author's perspective always proves a statement is a fact. B. Recognizing the author's perspective can help identify opinions in historical writing. C. The author's perspective is irrelevant to identifying opinions. D. The author's perspective only matters in scientific texts. The correct response is B. Recognizing the author's perspective can help identify opinions in historical writing. Which statement from the example passage is an opinion? A. The Industrial Revolution began in the late 18th century. B. The Industrial Revolution transformed economies across Europe and North America. C. Many people believe that this period brought about great progress. D. The Industrial Revolution led to the growth of factories. The correct response is C. Many people believe that this period brought about great progress.
This has been a production of D&J Designs and MathMan 1962. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up. If you want to be notified when new videos are posted, click the bell. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click on the subscribe button.